2026 is coming, and when it does, 99% of people chasing their dreams will quit, not because they lack talent, not because they lack ideas, but because the grind, the pressure, and the fear of failing will crush them. The question is simple: will you be part of the 1% who keeps going, or will you fade into almost made it history, but because the road to greatness is invisible? No one sees the 4 a.m. mornings. No one applauds the 100th rejection. No one notices the nights you stay up staring at your failure, wondering if it's all worth it. Most people quit because the struggle is quiet and human nature craves applause. But what if I told you the applause doesn't come until after the work is done, until after the grind becomes habit and the fear of quitting is stronger than the fear of failing? Let's be honest, most people don't quit because life is hard. They quit because consistency is boring. Discipline is lonely. Success isn't flashy, it's repetitive. It's showing up when no one notices. According to a 2023 survey by Statistic Brain, over 92% of new startups fail within the first 5 years, and the reason isn't lack of talent, skill, or even luck. It's lack of relentless commitment. People give up before their momentum can build. They stop at the first no, the first failure, the first sign that the world isn't going to hand them what they want. Think about the founders of Airbnb. They were rejected by hundreds of investors. People laughed at their idea, told them, this won't work, stop wasting your time. Most would have quit after week 3. Most would have let fear and doubt take over, but not them. They stayed up late answering emails, tweaking their pitch, hustling ways nobody else saw. They didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. They made the opportunity themselves. Today, Airbnb is a 100 billion company. The lesson: when everyone else quits, showing up consistently is your unfair advantage. Don't wait for the applause. Build the momentum quietly, relentlessly, and visibly. Success is rarely an explosion. It's a slow burn. Every small action matters. Every no is practice for the eventual morning. Every extra hour, every uncomfortable conversation compounds. Mental toughness beats talent when talent stops. That's why the 99% quit. They underestimate the power of micro wins. They underestimate the compounding effect of persistence. Don't be them. Treat every day like a small victory and let it fuel the next day's grind. I want you to picture your goal. Now picture all the distractions, all the excuses, all the doubts that will try to pull you away. The people who will tell you it's too hard, that you're too late, that it's impossible. That's normal. Everyone faces it. What separates the 1% is not genius or luck. It's relentless commitment, invisible work, and the courage to keep going when it feels like the world is against you. The founders of Airbnb didn't get lucky. They got consistent, they got persistent, they embraced failure as a stepping stone, and that's what you need to do. Start today. Write down one small thing you can do better tomorrow than you did today. Keep doing it every single day. Don't wait for motivation, create momentum, because 2026 is coming, and when it does, you don't want to be part of the 99% who quit. You want to be part of the 1% who outworks, outlasts, and outgrows every obstacle in the way. Show up, grind, persist. The work is invisible now, but the results, they'll speak for themselves. Some people think talent wins. Some people think genius is the key. The truth: talent is a starter. Mental toughness is the finisher. Talent doesn't matter when the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and your body screams for sleep. Talent doesn't matter when everyone else is quitting and you're still grinding. Mental toughness is showing up when nobody's watching. Mental toughness is pushing through pain, rejection, boredom, and doubt. That's where the game is won. Look around. In 2025, 70% of people chasing a new skill, fitness goal, or business dream drop off in the first 3 months. That's not because they can't do it. It's because life gets hard. Consistency is boring. Results are invisible. And most give up before the payoff. The ones who stay, the ones who keep showing up even when they feel tired. Even when failure is knocking at the door, they are unstoppable. Think about someone starting a side business. They wake up before sunrise to send emails, make calls, and build their network. Everyone else is sleeping, scrolling, or resting. It's painful, it's exhausting, and it's invisible. But this is where mental toughness separates the 1% from the 99%. It's in those quiet, lonely hours of relentless effort that winners are forged. Mental toughness doesn't mean ignoring fear or pretending it's easy. It means embracing discomfort. It means failing in front of the world and getting up anyway. It's being okay with rejection because you know rejection is part of the process. Imagine sending a proposal and hearing no, then you send another and another and another. The mentally tough see no as a checkpoint, a lesson, a step closer to yes. Actionable lesson, build routines that survive boredom and criticism. Make showing up non-negotiable. Decide today that tomorrow, no matter how tired, you will do the thing that matters. Start small if you have to. 5 extra minutes of practice, one more call. Another step forward. Compound these actions every day and soon the results will be undeniable, real. Life stories aren't just examples, they're proof. Companies, athletes, creators, and entrepreneurs who succeeded didn't wait for luck. They showed up day after day through failure, through doubt, through the grind no one sees. The founders of Airbnb were rejected hundreds of times. The world said, this won't work. They said, watch me. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They didn't wait for motivation. They didn't quit. So if you want to outlast the 99%, cultivate mental toughness. Protect your commitment like it's your most valuable asset. Treat each hard day as training. When the rest of the world folds under pressure, you lean in, you keep moving, you push further. Talent alone will never get you there, but mental toughness will carry you to a level most people will never reach. Every single day, some people dream big, too big, and then they wait. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the massive breakthrough, the moment the universe finally hands them success on a silver platter. That's where big dreams die. Waiting is quiet, but it kills ambition faster than failure ever could. The 1% don't wait. They start small. They chase micro wins. Every tiny step, every small victory, every lesson from a failure adds up. It's invisible most of the time, but it compounds into unstoppable momentum. Think about it. Elon Musk didn't launch a perfect rocket on the first try, or the second, or the third. SpaceX rockets exploded, failed, burned, crashed, not once, not twice, but 5, 6, 7 times. Every explosion felt like defeat. But Musk didn't quit. Each failure was a micro win. Every lesson learned, every small tweak to the design, every tiny improvement added up. And one day, what was once impossible became history. That's the power of micro wins. Micro wins are simple. They're doing the next thing when you feel like stopping. They're sending that extra email. They're making that extra call. They're putting in 5 more minutes of work when no one's watching. Micro wins are small victories stacked over time. Momentum isn't built in giant leaps, it's built in tiny, consistent steps. And the 1% know that. They don't need motivation every day, they need discipline, the discipline to win the small battles, because those battles add up to the war. Here's a practical way to use micro wins. Break your big goal into the smallest possible actions. Don't aim to get fit. Aim to do 1 push up today, 1 extra lap tomorrow. Don't aim to start a business. Aim to write 1 email, make 1 call, or pitch 1 idea today. Do it consistently. Celebrate it, do it again. The results will feel invisible at first. That's normal. Keep stacking them. Compound them. That's how momentum becomes unstoppable. The lesson doesn't only live in rockets and startups. Look at everyday life. A student trying to ace exams, a musician learning scales, an entrepreneur hustling for clients. Each small study session, each extra hour practicing, each call made, each no received compounds. Micro wins create confidence. They build resilience. They teach you that failure isn't fatal. It's feedback. The difference between the 99% and the 1% is the ability to value the small victories. Most people quit because they don't see immediate results. They want fireworks, instant recognition, viral success. But micro wins are quiet. They're lonely. They don't feel exciting until one day, months or years later, you look back and realize the snowball you've been building is now an avalanche. Momentum doesn't come from waiting. It comes from showing up every day, stacking your wins, and trusting the process. Start today. Find 1 small thing you can do right now to move toward your goal. Just 1. Then do it again tomorrow. And the day after, keep stacking, keep winning, keep building your unstoppable momentum. Micro wins aren't glamorous, but they are everything. They are what separates those who quit from those who change the game. Fear is loud. It whispers in your ear when you're trying to start something new. It tells you, you're not ready. You're not good enough. Quit now. And it's sneaky because it often disguises itself as reason. Maybe this isn't the right time. Maybe it's too risky. Maybe you'll fail. Most people listen. Most people fold. Most people give up. But the 1%, they don't listen to fear. They have a why so strong, so clear that fear doesn't stand a chance. Their why is bigger than the struggle, bigger than the pain, bigger than every excuse they could come up with. Think about J.K. Rowling. She was rejected by 12 publishers, 12. That's not a typo, 12. Most people would have quit after 3 or 2 or even 1, but she didn't. Why? Because she had a story burning inside her that demanded to be told. Her why was stronger than every no thrown at her. Her why was bigger than the fear of failure, bigger than the fear of embarrassment, bigger than the fear of not making it. Today, her story has changed millions of lives. That's the power of a why. It's unstoppable. Your why doesn't have to be a global story. It can be personal. Your why could be your family, your dream, your vision, your promise to yourself. The key is to make it unshakable. Write it down. Speak it every day. Let it fuel every decision. When fear comes knocking, and it will, your why is what will answer the door. It's what will make you get out of bed when your body wants to stay under the covers. It's what will make you keep writing after rejection. It's what will make you pick up the phone, make the call, and take the step when everyone else steps back. Fear is not a roadblock, it's a compass. It points to what matters most. Wherever fear shows up, there's growth waiting. The 1% don't wait for fear to disappear. They face it. They stare it in the eye. They turn it into energy, and they move forward anyway. That's what makes them relentless. That's what makes them unstoppable. Actionable lesson: identify your why and make it bigger than your fear. Break it down. What is it that keeps you up at night? What is it you refuse to let go of, no matter how hard it gets? Hold on to that like your life depends on it. When fear whispers, quit, you whisper back your why. Let it drive you, let it carry you, let it push you through the moments when your mind and body want to stop. Fear will always be there. Rejection will always be there. Struggle will always be there. But your why is the fuel that turns all of that into momentum, resilience, and action. Your why will push you past limits, past doubt, past every voice saying you can't, because the truth is, the only thing stronger than fear is a reason that refuses to be ignored. The truth is, you won't feel ready, you never do. That's why most people never start. The 99% wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect idea, the perfect resources. They wait for clarity that never comes. They wait for motivation that fades. And in that waiting, their dreams quietly die. The 1%, they don't wait, they start now. Imperfect action beats perfect hesitation every single time. Think about Spotify. When it started, it wasn't polished, it was messy. Bugs, glitches, half-baked features. But they didn't wait for perfection. They launched, learned, iterated, and improved. The action came first, the results came later. Netflix did the same. A garage, some DVDs, a crazy idea about mailing movies. Nobody believed in it. It wasn't perfect, but they started anyway. Action before perfection. And today they dominate their industries. Starting before you're ready isn't just about business. It's about life. It's about showing up when your mind screams, wait. It's about writing that first page, making that first phone call, stepping into that gym when your body wants to rest. It's messy. It's uncomfortable. It's imperfect. But that's where growth happens. That's where momentum begins. Here's the reality waiting for readiness is fear dressed as prudence. It's the voice telling you, not yet. Too soon, too risky. The 1% hear it and ignore it. They take the first step anyway. They act in the face of doubt, in the middle of uncertainty. That's how dreams become reality. Waiting is safe, action is risky. But risk creates possibility. Actionable lesson: break your goal into one step you can take today, just one. Don't wait for clarity. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Send that email, make that call, write that first paragraph, start that prototype, then repeat tomorrow. Imperfect action compounds faster than perfect inaction. Momentum doesn't wait. It builds when you move, stumble, adjust, and keep moving. Starting before you're ready also trains confidence. Every time you take a step without knowing how it ends, you prove to yourself that you are capable. You discover that clarity comes in motion, that fear diminishes when confronted, that learning happens faster when you act than when you plan. The process isn't neat. It isn't linear. It's messy. It's imperfect. And that's exactly what makes it powerful. The 99% will always wait for perfect. The 1% take imperfect action today. They understand that readiness is a myth, that momentum is built by doing, that the first move, the first step, the first small action is more valuable than endless planning. Start now. The moment you act, the world starts noticing. The snowball begins rolling. You can't wait for tomorrow to live your dream. Action creates possibility. Action creates results. Action changes everything. 2026 is coming. And when it does, most people will quit. They'll tell themselves it's too hard. They'll blame timing, resources, luck. They'll scroll, waiting for opportunity to knock, waiting for motivation to arrive. And their dreams will fade quietly in the background. But not you, not today. You have a choice right here, right now. Will you fold like everyone else, or will you outwork, outlast, and outthink the 99%? Think about the founders of Airbnb who were rejected hundreds of times. They weren't the smartest, the luckiest, or the most talented. They were relentless. They woke up every morning with one goal: move forward. Every no became fuel. Every failure became a lesson. They didn't wait for validation. They created momentum. Today, they're 100 billion company. That's what the 1% do. They don't wait for luck. They create it. Your dream isn't going to wait. The clock doesn't pause. Every second that passes is a second closer to someone else taking the opportunity, to the 99% giving up and falling behind. That pressure isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to sharpen you. Pressure reveals character. Pressure separates the people who talk about dreams from the ones who live them. Action is louder than words. Showing up is louder than wishing. Doing something imperfect today is more powerful than planning perfectly for tomorrow. Think about Spotify. They launched a messy prototype. Netflix mailed DVDs out of a garage. They didn't wait to be ready. They acted. That's why they dominate today. Momentum doesn't wait for permission, and neither should you. This isn't just about business or startups. It's about your life, your goals, your passions. Every call you make, every hour you grind, every moment you push when everyone else quits, it counts. It compounds. Micro wins turn into momentum. Momentum turns into results, and results turn into your story of triumph. Fear will always be there. Doubt will always be there. Rejection will always be there. The 1%. They take fear, doubt, and rejection, and they use it, they fuel it, they convert it into unstoppable action. So what will you do in 2026? Will you fold with the 99%, or will you rise with the 1%? Will you let fear whisper in your ear, or will your why scream louder? Will you wait for luck, or will you create it? Start today, start now. Show up when it's inconvenient, grind when it's uncomfortable, persist when it feels impossible. Be relentless. Relentless isn't optional. It's what separates dreamers from doors, wishers from achievers, quitters from legends. The choice is yours. And here's the truth: the 1% starts today, not next week, not after you feel ready. Today. Every small action, every moment of discipline, every risk you take compounds into something extraordinary. The clock is ticking. The world won't pause. Your dream is waiting. Step into it. Create it. Own it.